Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Zanele Mota, and for those who don't know me, I'm your favorite athlete's favorite athlete. Literally, I'm stealing that line from what's her name, Wanj? I forgot her name but from Basketball Wives. So what happened was, after he broke up with me, we didn't talk. He was angry, I was angry. So I was bitter. And a lot of things that I did at the time I'm not proud of, but I'm driven by rage, I was driven by emotion, I was driven by a lot of things, and I'm not proud. I spoke about him in a very, very bad way to so many people, and I've said a lot of things about him, and I was angry. I was really angry because I was just like, I really, 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 really love this man, and this is how he treated me, and this is how he didn't give me the benefit of the doubt of understanding and believing me, because I feel like in a relationship, you believe the person that you're with until they show you, because he has never seen me do all these things. It was always a thing of Guti. Uzanele bambone benza. So he has never seen all of these things that people are saying. He was always listening to his friends and all these friends that I have never known. So I was so angry. I was like, Yazin, I got so angry. And then Matapela once said to me, Zanele, Yazin, up until when are you gonna be this like angry with this person? I was just like, until I die, because I was so angry, guys. And then I think this one time I got on the bus after school, after buying groceries, and I saw him in the bus with his friends, and they were laughing so hard, and I was like, why is he so happy? I got so angry, and it was just a thing of Guti, why am I giving him so much control over my life, and he doesn't even know he has so much control over my life? Like, if that is making any sense. Because I was just like, I don't understand, Uguti. Like, when I see him, I'd get so angry. I'm like, but he must feel the energy. Good, no, this girl does not want anything. But he wouldn't, it wasn't serving its purpose, because he wasn't even paying attention to me. So it would make me even more angry. So I got over it. But he was still angry. I was still not owning up to it. And I'd still tell him, I'm never going to own up to it, because I didn't do it. And guys, I want you guys to look into my eyes right now. I have never cheated on that man. I have never played hard on, how do they say it? Hand on heart, something like that. Hand on heart, I don't know where my heart is, bitch. Like the fuck? Hand on heart. I think it's the side. Hand on heart. I don't know what it is. Hand on heart. I have never cheated on that man. I have never cheated on that man. I have never done any of the stuff that his friends said I've done. But either way, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. So, you know what I did? I got a lie detector test done. To prove to him my innocence, and he still didn't believe me. I got one quotation for 900. I got one quotation for 3,000 rand. I got one quotation for 650, and yeah, but it depends if it's like for criminal stuff and whatnot. And I remember asking my housemates, would you believe someone if they went as far as getting an infidelity test or a polygraph test done? Would you believe them then? They're like, yeah, but like, I think it's crazy to do so. I didn't care if it was crazy. I was just like, I'm gonna do it, because clearly that's where we need to go for this man to believe me. So I was willing to blow all my savings and cough up 3K, but I went with the 651. Was it 651, and it was in Silverton. The guy was only working on a Saturday, and yeah, it was in Silverton, and I had an appointment at 8 o'clock. Meant to on the internet. Literally, guys, I went there with Umatapelo. We woke up, took a taxi to Silverton. I went and got my got my polygraph test done. It's actually an infidelity test. Maybe I'll insert a clip, like a video, because I was recording some of the questions being asked. Got taped up, sitting on a chair like this, and I was being asked about, is today the 3rd of November? Is today a Saturday? You know, questions like they ask you questions like this and see if you maybe move your finger, tap, well, little things like that, because they pay attention to things like that. So I was like, no, answering and breathing. And I was just like, that man was just like, I remember that man asking me, Guti, why do you care so much about what he thinks? And I was just like, I want him to believe me. I was so fixated on the idea of him believing me. I was like, I just want him to believe me. And even his friend, the one from Raise who I asked help from, he was like, I would tell him once, and if he didn't believe me, he didn't believe me. I'd be like, I just wasn't satisfied with someone not believing me, especially if I'm telling the truth. So I was like, no, I'm gonna do it this way. And I did it. I coughed up 650, paid that guy for polygraph infidelity test, and then got my results the next day by email, because apparently he said you have to send them to some big thing in Cape Town so they can verify. You get like I don't want to say certificate, but you get like a paper saying what you failed or you passed. And I passed. It was sent to my email. Went there. I'm writing the next day. Keep in mind, hope my mom never watches this, or my dad, but I did it. We can move on. Yes, I took an infidelity test, polygraph test, to prove my innocence to a man who did not believe a dang on thing that I said. Got there, played the recording. Yamapolitiki. Played the recording Yamapolitiki, and then played the recording, the polygraph test, infidelity test, of some of the questions I was asked. Showed him the certificate because it was sent to me by email. You know what that man said to me? He said, you are such a pathological liar. Totally, you're such a pathological liar. For sure you did this on Microsoft. That man was the love of my life. I don't want to cry. I remember this one time standing by the balcony, and my friend, God bless his soul, Little Khonolo, came up to me and said, you're scaring me, why are you standing by the balcony? And I just was looking down, because I used to live on the fifth floor, and I just said to him, and I kept on looking down, and I remember thinking, if I jumped, I'll be okay, but my mom won't be. She's calling me right now, so I hold no grudges. I've completely forgiven him. I hope that he has forgiven me, because we are at a better place in our lives now. We're different people. I mean, how old was I? 2017. Yeah, that age. I was so young then. I think I was so naive even. I thought that I wanted people to like me a lot. I wanted people to believe me. But now I'm just like, it be like that sometimes. So, yeah. I'm not telling the story to be like some type of way, right? But I'm just telling the story because when I was in it, I never thought I was ever gonna make it out. At the time, for what I knew love to be, he was the love of my life. I remember when I was going through the breakup, crying so hard. and thinking ukuthi I don't wanna cry. Thinking ukuthi I don't know how I'll ever get over this. I remember being in the study center this one time. I think it was like 1 a.m. studying, and the first time I heard the song Ed Sheeran, Happier, I cried so much. Like I cried to a point where like snot was coming out, my eyes were red. I went to my room and just started bawling, and I was just crying because I just didn't understand how I fell short, why he wouldn't believe me. Oh. And I if I'm honest, I never thought I was gonna make it out. If I'm honest, I never thought I was gonna make it out. And if I'm completely honest, I went that year. I went through so many things. Personally, in terms of my life and in that relationship, so it knocked me out basically, and it was hard. I never thought I was ever gonna be happy again, ever gonna smile again. Yeah, I think that's basically what heartbreak does. It makes you feel like this is the end. Like nothing can ever be more painful than this. Like sometimes I think back, I'm like, yes, as I was heartbroken. Yes, as I was in pain. Sometimes I'm just like, yes, as I love that man. I know I talk about it now and just be like, maybe be chill, but when everything was happening, that was the hardest year of my life, guys. Because of so many things that happened. That year really was the hardest year of my life because so many things happened. Why am I getting teary eyes? Fuck. It was the hardest year of my life, and I think he was still so angry. Even when I was going through other things other than that relationship, I thought that maybe he'd come back and be like, no, I heard Uguti, this is happening, why didn't you say anything, or just put our differences aside, yabo. And he didn't. So that really hurt my heart. So many things happened in 2017 that broke my heart, but then I got the apology. As much as it was selective, but I got what I got. But we're cool now, and it be like that sometimes. I think that's one of the biggest things I've done for a man, is take a lie detector test to prove my innocence. And for I think the longest time I said I don't regret it. I don't. Even now I can sit here and say I don't regret it. I don't regret the money I spent. I don't regret everything I did, because I still wouldn't, even today I still wouldn't sit here and say I did it. I still wouldn't agree to anything for peace. I still wouldn't, I wouldn't do it again in terms of the lie detector test, but I don't regret doing it. Because to me at the time it wasn't crazy. I think it was necessary. Not crazy, just necessary. So it be like that sometimes. I guess sometimes when you love someone so much, it clouds your better judgment. Bitch. But yeah.